Hey guys, and welcome back to some more remote learning. I appreciate having you with me here. We're going to focus today on one species of amphibian in particular. We're going to talk about the wood frog, Rana sylvatica. As we mentioned last class, that's an indicator species for our vernal pools around here, meaning they are obligated to reproduce in our vernal pools, those seasonal bodies of water that we find out in the woods this time of year. Now, wood frogs are one of our most common frogs in the Maine woods, but they're actually kind of rarely observed because they spend most of the year under the leaf litter out in the forest, hence the name wood frog. They have that really cool leafy coloration that helps them blend in. The dead giveaway on a wood frog is that dark mask with that light line on their upper lip. But as I said, they spend most of the year out there in the woods. And then right when they wake up from their hibernation, first thing in the spring, they make their way to a nearby vernal pool. The males vocalize, awaiting the female's arrival, and then they deposit their eggs. Those tadpoles are going to spend the majority of the summer, 2 to 3 months, in that vernal pool, feeding on algae, before they metamorphose into a tiny little froglet and make their way off out into the woods. So with the remainder of the video, I'm going to share with you a couple of experiences I had this spring out checking on vernal pools in the Maine woods. And you're going to hear and see wood frogs and their egg masses, which are out there in the woods right now. So I hope you enjoy the footage I was able to get while out there. And I hope you get the chance yourself to explore a little bit in the woods, maybe behind your house, see if you have some vernal pools back there, and see if you can find signs of wood frogs and some of those other indicator species. Okay guys, it's officially spring in Maine. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it is loud in this vernal pool with the calls of the wood frog. You can hear that duck-like chuckle out there in that wooded swamp. This is classic vernal pool habitat that wood frogs are using first thing in the spring for reproduction. This is a vernal pool right here behind TA, and there were frogs everywhere right here when I showed up. They've since kind of scattered, but if I'm patient and wait, we may be able to get some footage of these guys. There goes one pretty close, we can hear calling. Just let you guys listen for a minute. So these are all males calling. They're trying to attract a mate. The males will show up first. There's one right there sitting on the surface. I don't know if we're going to be able to see him. If I zoom in here. Right there, he's sitting right over that green clump of moss on the surface. So these are males that have showed up early. They're calling for females. If we were to come here at night, it would be really loud with wood frogs calling. And these are the first ones to show up at the vernal pool. They're going to lay a tennis ball sized egg mass with several hundred eggs in each mass. They're buoyant and they float on top of the pool. And these guys are, remember, they're only coming to water for this brief period of the year to reproduce. And these frogs, hence the name wood frog, spend the rest of the year in the woods. They live under the leaf litter. They come out at night to feed on insects on the forest floor. These guys are absolutely everywhere. Really cool little frogs that can just about freeze solid in the leaf litter over the winter as they go dormant. So right there you can see the little ripples coming from that male as he breathes a little bit. We'll see if we can get a closer look at one here in a few minutes, but pretty awesome to be out here and hear the wood frogs singing. It's officially spring. Listen to that chorus. A little better look at the male wood frog floating out in the middle of the vernal pool there. Just floating along, calling every now and then. Alright, exciting stuff here coming along in the woods. Came up on a vernal pool, one of those seasonal wetlands. We're going to get talking about vernal pools if we haven't already. We'll talk about them soon. But this is a seasonal wetland. This will absolutely dry up by the end of the summer. And in this, we can officially call this a vernal pool because we've got evidence of an indicator species reproducing in this vernal pool. Really tough to see there, but you can just see tickling the surface the tops of egg masses from wood frogs. So I'm going to put my other lens on here and get up a little closer and show you those egg masses here in just a second, so stay tuned. Alright, so up here a little bit closer, here we go. We're looking at wood frog egg masses, and we'll crouch down here in the water and we'll take a look a little bit closer, see if I can focus that up. I'm going to reach down, give you a look, just lift these out of the water gently. You can see those kind of jelly egg masses there. from the wood frog. They're about tennis ball size. They've got several hundred in each egg mass. There's another one right there. They're almost always kind of laid clinging to some underwater vegetation. There's some more there. Wood frog egg mass is pretty awesome stuff. These are probably just deposited in the past night or two. This is still early. It's April 1st here. But yeah, good stuff. Evidence of an indicator species in this vernal pool.